Jim, you mentioned police headquarters. So there's a $50,000 study ongoing about what to do with the 50-year-old police headquarters. It's bursting at the seams. We talked last week about the adjacent building that's up for sale, the St. Paul's Church. And you made a point about the distinction between a new versus a retro being renovated. In 2009, there was some discussion about
right. Do we tear down and
tear
or
down,
at least abandon and build new? And they didn't. And they spent a lot of money back then, $7 million, I think, $6.9 million, and really didn't add much space. They just completely changed the interior to make it more efficient and added an extra 1,000 square feet, which is like 3% or something. It's a 32,000 square foot building, I think, now. So I thought it was really interesting that Councillor Pappas, Dean Pappas, sort of came out firing at council on Monday. All they were really doing was appointing people to the steering committee, but he said, you know, whenever you get somebody, the consultants can, in theory, say you need a new building. They could say, here's how you could renovate it. They could say, build a satellite. You know, for sure they're going to come back and say they want a new building, and they're not getting a new building. Just completely preempt the whole discussion off the top.
Because I don't know, Jim, that that's necessarily true. They come back very often with what council wants. And my suspicion is
what he's probably getting at. But there's 10 people on the steering committee. There's the police. It's going to be or it could potentially be another police versus council thing.
It could be, and my understanding, if I recall correctly, because I was there when they did the renovation initially, they can't go any higher.
No, that was the third floor was added.
They can't go any higher, and that's why I thought, you know.
Well, that wasn't though. That was earlier again. 88. Yeah, you're talking about that was the one. That was the one where they added the third floor.
Yeah, and that's
so they can't go to a fourth floor.
No, they can't structurally.
No. It was designed to be able to do that. But they do have a parking lot and they have space around.
And they have that collision center there.
Yeah. So there's room to expand. Yeah. But then you get, you know, I'm thinking it's 33,000 square feet. Say they want to go to 40,000 square feet. If they spend $250 a foot to build, which is ballpark, you're at $10 million. They just spent $12 million to renovate. Renovation's expensive.
It is.
So, you know, yeah, you want to leave the consultants' room to look at all those options and come back with a report.
I still think they're being short-sighted, and it's easy for me to say I'm not there, I don't have to make a decision, but I think they should still be looking at St. Paul's property for not just the need, because City Hall, I mean, since 1985, they've been complaining about
the lack of
limited space.
And City Hall is downtown all over the place now.
Yeah, it is.
But that's not such a bad thing either, in that you're filling up space all over the place. Yeah. You know, the cost of taking that building down.
And $1 million
really
to buy it, practically.
Well, they might be able
that's
to
that's what they're asking. How much do they have selling the Y for?
Yeah.
Well, $2.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're going to get much money for that building.
Well,
I don't either.
No. Well, and when it comes, back to the police. When it comes to spending on police services, I mean, we've just been through many years of controversy over that. Do we really want to put another multi-million-dollar expense on the table, however necessary it may be?
I'd like to see in some of those steering committee meetings, because it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, preempt the report.
You're right, you shouldn't preempt the report, but if you were on council, I'd have great reservations of building a new place. Wasn't it when it was renovated in 2009 said to last 20 years?
Right, Henry Clark made that point.
Well,
although I was looking at in the files today, and by 2012 the police were saying, well, that was wrong. I don't know why anybody said that, because we're already starting to bulge at the edges, and that was only 3 years after they'd. So,
I'd like to see the report. Hopefully, it is done honestly and without influence. They say you hire a consultant and you loan them your watch to tell you the time. Well, hopefully that, hopefully this will be an objective report. And I don't think we should be saying right away, I don't want to hear. Right. It may look good politically. Yeah. And it's an election year.
And they've hired a consultant to look at how to replace the Memorial Center. And you don't want to tell that person what to do either.